आदर, अभिनंदन, आभार। जिस शुभ घड़ी का हम सभी को बेसब्री से इंतजार था, जिस पल का पलकें बिछाएं हम सभी इंतजार कर रहे थे, वो पल अब आ चुका है। हमारे सभी गणमान्य अतिथियों का हम स्वागत करते हैं, हृदय की गहराइयों से अभिनंदन करते हैं। भाभा परमाणु अनुसंधान केंद्र द्वारा आयोजित हम प्रशिक्षुओं के 66वें दीक्षांत समारोह में।
Today is a day of celebration, a day of reflection, and a day of immense pride. We have gathered here to honor the hard work, dedication, and achievements of the incredible individuals sitting before us, the trainees of the 66th batch of OCES program. I, Neha Gupta from Physics Discipline,
and I, Pritam Panigrahi from Electronics Discipline, feel privileged to stand before you and facilitate you all throughout this momentous occasion. तो चलिए कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ करते हैं। सर्वप्रथम हम स्वागत करना चाहेंगे हमारे आज के विशिष्ट अतिथि गवर्नर रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया श्री शक्तिकांत दास। And we are fortunate to have Madam Das too for the event. साथ ही साथ हम स्वागत करना चाहेंगे सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एटॉमिक एनर्जी एंड चेयरमैन एटॉमिक एनर्जी कमीशन डॉक्टर A.K. मोहांती, एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर नॉलेज मैनेजमेंट ग्रुप BARC डॉक्टर S. अधिकारी, एंड हेड HRDD डॉक्टर A.K. दुरेजा। एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ पुनः सभी का अभिनंदन।
Let us also take a moment to express our gratitude to the eminent scientists of the Department of Atomic Energy, respected faculties, course coordinators, members of HRDD, and most importantly, our beloved parents and family members sitting in this auditorium, along with those who are watching us live. We also welcome our fellow juniors from 67th batch. Hey Preetam, aren't you excited about the fact that just after a few hours, we'll be addressed as SO instead of TSO?
Definitely Neha, I am. But in this excitement, do you remember the golden memories we created last year at the training school?
Yeah, life at training school was no less than an ongoing adventure, full of delightful surprises, intense emotions, and moments of both joy and sorrow. From the orientation day to the soft skills workshops, time seemed to fly by. It feels like just a few months ago, we were entirely engrossed in preparing for the demanding exams every weekend, whereas now, those very weekends pass swiftly as we relax at the hostel and organize exciting trips.
You know, one of the most captivating aspects I discovered here was forming profound connections with individuals hailing from diverse regions, each with unique language, culture, and background.
Looking back at those days, we realized that not every day was good, but there was something good to be found in each day. It was not easy, I bet. In the middle of it, each one of us, at some point, wanted to give up. But we stood together, supporting one another, through thick and thin.
शास्त्रों में कहा गया है, एको अहम बहुश्यामा। ब्रह्म एक था, उसमें इच्छा हुई एक से अनेक होने की, और इस सृष्टि का निर्माण हुआ। किंतु अनेक होने के बाद भी उसके तत्व में कोई अंतर नहीं पड़ा। जैसे एक बीज होता है, किंतु समय पाकर एक से अनेक हो जाता है। पहले अंकुर फूटता है, फिर तना, डालियाँ, पत्ते, फूल, फल, अंत में बीज, और उस बीज में भी पूर्व बीज के ही समान अनेक होने की पूरी संभावनाएं हैं।
ठीक उसी प्रकार इस एक साल की प्रशिक्षण अवधि में हमने विविध प्रकार के ज्ञान और कौशल प्राप्त किए। हम उसी बीज के समान हैं जिसमें विविध क्षेत्रों में एक से अनेक होने की अद्भुत क्षमता है। हम सभी ट्रेनीज का ज्ञान और अनुभव न केवल हमारे व्यक्तिगत विकास के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है, बल्कि इसका सीधा संबंध भारत के गौरव के साथ है। As we move forward with the event, I would like to invite my dear friends Kaushal from Civil Discipline and JST from RSCS Discipline, who will steer us through the rest of the program.
Thank you, Pritam and Neha.
In rhythm and rhyme, music finds its way through joy and sorrow, night and day, connecting people, bridging divides. In every note, a world resides.
Yes, you are right. With every chord struck and every lyric sung, music has the power to heal, inspire, and unite us as a one human family. Whether in grand concert halls or in busy street corners, music is a constant companion, enriching the carpet of our existence. With that, I would like to request the BARC Cultural Choir to present a melodious invocation.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, check. Hello.
या कुंदेव तुषार हार धवला, या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता, या वीणा वरदंड मंडितकरा, या श्वेत पद्मासना, या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता, सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती, निःशेष जाड्यापहा, निःशेष जाड्यापहा, निःशेष जाड्यापहा.
घर से निकल, आलस को छोड़ दे, फिर कदमों से कदमों को जोड़ दे. घर से निकल, आलस को छोड़ दे, फिर कदमों से कदमों को जोड़ दे. करना है तो ये बात जान ले, चलना है तो ये जिद उठान ले. कदम से कदम मिला चल, तू चला चलेगा तन चलेगा, तन के साथ निर्मन चलेगा, तू चलेगा तन चलेगा, तन के साथ मन चलेगा, जीवन फिर कमाल है, हर लम्हा बेमिसाल है। सोचता है क्या रे पगले, सोचता है क्या, करना है तो ये बात जान ले, चलना है तो ये जिद उठान ले, कदम से कदम मिला चल, तू चला चल, तू चला चल, कदम से कदम मिला चल, तू चला चल, तू चला चल, कदम से कदम मिला चल, तू चला चल, तू चला चल। क्रांति की मशाल हो, मशाल हो, मशाल हो। क्रांति की मशाल के जवान तू जलाए जा।
A heartfelt thank you to our incredible cultural choir for gracing us with their divine talent and infusing the Saraswati Vandana with such profound emotion. And with their beautiful song, we are reminded that together we can weather any storm, triumph over any adversity, and create a symphony of success.
Now, taking the program ahead, we humbly request Dr. S. Adhikari, Dr. A.K. Dureja, and Dr. A.K. Singh to escort Shri Shaktikant Das and Dr. A.K. Mohanty to the dais and bless this divine occasion with their presence.
एक परंपरा है, एक बहुत ही सुंदर परंपरा, जिसमें हम कहते हैं अतिथि देवो भव। अतिथियों का स्वागत सत्कार करना हमारा परम धर्म है। मैं चेयरमैन सर से निवेदन करना चाहूंगी कि वे आदरणीय श्री शक्तिकांत दास जी को फूलों का गुलदस्ता भेंट करके सम्मानित करें। May I request our fellow TSO Prabjot to assist?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Prabjot. Now, for the welcome address, we would like to call upon stage Head HRDD Dr. A.K. Dureja. He is a graduate of 36th batch of training school, who is well known for his underrated spirit, leadership quality, and always ready to help attitude in the times of crisis. Apart from being an outstanding head of the division and scientist, he is also an exceptional teacher. So may I request Dr. A.K. Dureja for the welcome address.
Thanks, Kaushal and JST. Good afternoon, one and all. Respected Sri Shaktikant Das, Governor, Reserve Bank of India, and Chief Guest for today's graduation function, Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohanty, Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission, and Director, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Dr. S. Adhikari, Associate Director, Knowledge Management Group, Dr. A.K. Singh, Head OCS and PI Section HRDD, Mrs. Das, Mrs. Mohanty, Dr. Sinha, Dr. Mittal, Dr. Grover, other seniors of the department, Trombay Council members, other DAE unit heads, faculty members, other distinguished dignitaries present in this hall and online, parents and family members of graduating 66th batch of training scientific officers, trainee scientific officers of 66th batch, trainee defense officers, NTPC and ECIL trainees, freshly joined trainee scientific officers of 67th batch of BARC training school, ladies and gentlemen. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present for the celebration of graduation function. We are very much thankful to Shri Shaktikant Das sir for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. This is a very special moment for all of us. Thank you so much, sir. You are an idol of knowledge and experience and inspiration to all of us. I am profusely elated to take this opportunity to welcome you to this function, sir. We are feeling honored to have Dr. A.K. Mohanty, sir, a man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas with us today. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you both the ma'ams as well for gracing this occasion. I have written few lines and I would like to read this. आतिथ्य आपका मिला हम धन्य हो गए, सानिध्य आपका मिला हम प्रसन्न हो गए, मंच की शोभा द्विगुणित हो गई, सभागार में विराजित पालक एवं शिक्षक वृंद भी आपकी उपस्थिति से आनंदित हो गए। मंच की शोभा द्विगुणित हो गई। सभागार में विराजित पालक एवं शिक्षक वृंद भी आपकी उपस्थिति से आनंदित हो गए। प्रशिक्षार्थियों के प्रशिक्षण का यह सुनहरा पल बीते 66 वर्षों से चल रहा अविरल। देश को मिलते हैं यहाँ से कई कोहिनूर, भविष्य में जिनके द्वारा हम होते मशहूर। मंच और सभागार में उपस्थित आप सभी का अभिनंदन और आभार, जिसके कारण बन गया है आज का यह दिन खास। आप सबका अभिनंदन और आभार। Thank you. As I go through the history of last 66 years of BRC Training School, my heart fills with appreciation, joy and admiration for the trainees passing through this training school, which was set up in 1957 with the mandate to provide DAE with a trained manpower in the domain of nuclear science, engineering and technology. DAE has always adhered to the principle of attaining self-sufficiency in all aspects of nuclear science, and BRC Training School has been one of the architects in generating human resource required to achieve these objectives. Over the course, in the last 1 year, these individuals have dedicated their time, energy and passion for getting oriented towards the field of nuclear science and engineering, and their remarkable performance deserve recognition and admiration. Today, exactly 100 trainees would be graduating. These trainees have embarked on a journey of growth and learning, immersing themselves in various domains of nuclear science and engineering to gain knowledge and experience to contribute meaningfully to the nation during their forthcoming service in the department. Throughout the year, our trainees have demonstrated a deep commitment to this training program and a genuine desire to uplift and empower them. Their dedication and creativity have demonstrated their skills in other domains as well by nurturing their potentials. As we celebrate the accomplishment of our trainees, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the management, mentors, instructors, and all DA institutions that have supported and guided them through their journey. Their mentorship and guidance have been instrumental in shaping the trainees' professional growth and nurturing their passion. The work of our trainees serves as a reminder that when passionate individuals come together to create meaningful change, the impact is profound and far-reaching. These trainees had gone beyond the classroom, engaging themselves with wonderful cultural program known as OCES-2022 and lot of sports activities in the colony. They have organized evening lectures, workshops, seminars, and awareness campaigns. Their initiatives have sparked dialogue, raised awareness, and inspired positive changes. The year-long journey of our trainees has been a transformative experience for all of us. It's a testament of their resilience, adaptability, and unwavering belief in the power of training to shape a brighter future. I admire and salute the respected parents and family members for putting their hard work and great motivation to bring our trainees at this platform for serving the nation. Kindly accept my greetings and warm welcome to this function. The training program for the 66th batch and recruitment process for the forthcoming 67th batch have as usual been completed well on time, and I congratulate all the persons involved in these activities. The success of this cycle year after year is indeed a tribute to the dedication and sincerity of all those involved in this activity. Once again, I welcome you all to this momentous occasion. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating remarks. We are truly blessed to have someone like you around us.
Now, for the introductory remark, I would like to invite the man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, Dr. S. Adhikari, Associate Director of Knowledge Management Group and Head of Scientific Information Resource Division. He is from 34th batch of training school. He joined the chemistry division and pursued research in radiation chemistry. As head SIRD, he was instrumental in the effective development and management of BARC's scientific resources. So I request Dr. S. Adhikari to deliver the introductory remarks. Please, sir.
Honorable Governor, Reserve Bank of India, Sri Shaktikanta Das, today's chief guest, Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohanty, Chairman AAC, Secretary Department of Atomic Energy and Director BARC, Dr. A.K. Dureja, Head Human Resource and Development Division, Dr. R.B. Grover, former Director KMG, Dr. R.K. Sinha, former AAC Chairman, Trombay Council members, heads of the divisions, senior scientists and faculties of HBNI. At the same time, the 66 batch trainees, TSOs and defense officers and the proud parents, a very good afternoon to you all. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you once again and those participating in the function through video links on this very important happy occasion. At the outset, I would like to express my hearty congratulations to all the trainee scientific officers, trainee defense officers, and NTPC executives graduating today. My special compliments to the Homi Bhabha Award winners. The formation of Atomic Energy Establishment at Trombay was announced in its 29th meeting of Atomic Energy Commission on 3rd January 1954. And the formal inauguration of this campus was graced by Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru on 20th January 1957 with the presence of 50 foreign representatives from 30 countries. Sir, in this particular year, 1957, the training school also started with 151 trainees, out of which 156 was given the appointment in July 1958. In 1958, August, 173 fresh trainees joined the department, of which 2 were from our eastern neighbor state, Burma. Now it's Myanmar. The past few years have been a difficult and testing time in the wake of the pandemic, and with the wholehearted efforts of BARC HRDD family, I am happy to say that the training program schedule has been put back on its original track, and the graduating officers of this batch will be joining as scientific officers in the respective department on 1st August 2023. This 66th batch comprises TSOs and trainee defense officers who will be graduating today, underwent a rigorous 1-year training in nuclear science and technology. This year, in addition to the TSOs and the trainee defense officers, we have the first batch of 4 NTPC executives who will be graduating. We all can express our sincere appreciation for the graduating officers and their proud parents with a big round of applause. Thank you, thank you. With the completion of the training of the 66th batch, the number of officers who graduated from BRC Training School, Mumbai is around 9,600 since its inception. Today, on this momentous occasion, I would also like to thank the exemplary service rendered by the teaching faculty. Their contribution in this success story of the BRC Training School is invaluable. This is, however, just a stepping stone for you all, the young graduates. So as you embark on your career path, I wish you all the very best in the coming years to accomplish numerous tasks, no matter how affiliated it is with technical expertise, hard work, and dedication. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us with the evolution of the BARC training school. Seldom do we come across people whose words alone ease our minds and instill confidence just with their mere presence. Thank you again, sir.
Dr. A.K. Mohanty himself is a graduate of 26th batch of BARC. He has worked in frontier areas of nuclear physics, covering collision energy from subcoulomb barrier to relativistic regime. Before taking charge as Director BARC and then Secretary Department of Atomic Energy and Chairman Atomic Energy Commission, he has worked as Director of Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics. Dr. Mohanty held several honorary positions at various organizations. He served the Indian Physics Association as General Secretary and later on as its President. He had been the spokesperson for India CMS collaboration. He has twice been the CERN Scientific Associate.
Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohanty, our esteemed director, is a visionary with ambitious goals and a source of inspirations for scientists working towards public welfare. A prominent figure within DAE community, he is known for his remarkable contributions. So I kindly request Dr. Mohanty to deliver the presidential address and share his profound wisdom with us.
Good afternoon to all of you. Honorable Governor Sri Shaktikant Das, Dr. Adhikari, Associate Director, Knowledge Management Group, Dr. Dureja, Head HRDD, Dr. Singh, Head OECS, Dr. Arkishina, Dr. Grover, Dr. Gork, distinguished invitees, TSOs, and their parents, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to extend our sincere gratitude to the esteemed Chief Guest, Reserve Bank Governor Sri Shaktikant Das, for his gracious presence today. Reserve Bank plays, as you all know, an important role in establishing the economic fabric of our nation, which influences the life of every citizen of India. His is a difficult and challenging job, striving to balance inflation control with growth stimulation and financial stability with inclusive development. Sri Shaktikant Das, with his insightful leadership, has been successful in navigating these complex dynamics. We are indeed honored and privileged that he has made time from this busy schedule to be here with us and share some of his success mantras with our young graduates. They are indeed looking forward to hearing from him, and so are all of us. Thank you, sir, for coming here. My heartiest congratulations to the graduates of OCES-2022, including 7 defense officers and the NTPC executives, on successfully completing what is undoubtedly one of the most challenging multidisciplinary courses in the country. Nuclear science and technology is a confluence of several disciplines of science and engineering. The curriculums of all the 12 streams have been designed keeping in mind the multidisciplinary approach required to be adopted by our scientists and engineers to take forward the programs and the projects of the Department of Atomic Energy. I am happy to note that our young graduates have come through this year-long training with flying colors. The toppers of each discipline will also be receiving Homi Bhabha Prize, and my special congratulations to all of them. They have stood fast among equals and deserve their place under the sun. My special thanks and expression of gratitude to the parents and relatives present here today. You are instrumental in instilling essential values such as discipline, persistence, curiosity, and respect for knowledge, and played an important role in their educational journey. I also take this opportunity to thank the training school faculty and various committees, as well as the training school personnel and all other agencies involved in running the training school program. Dear young graduates, the advantages of nuclear power are well known to all of you, but I consider it is important to bring them out at every opportunity. As you must be well aware, global warming and climate change is posing an existential risk to human race. However, promoting sustainable energy solutions are absolutely necessary to meet increasing global energy demands without contributing to the greenhouse effects. Nuclear energy provides an exceptional opportunity to meet this objective. Its carbon footprint is almost negligible, and its incredible energy density allows us to generate enormous amounts of electricity from small amount of fuel in compactly constructed reactors. This not only is efficient but also alleviates some of the environmental concerns and constraints associated with our renewables. Nuclear power plants are very large life cycles running into several decades, thus repaying their initial capital cost several times over it. You are joining at an opportune time when nuclear power production is being ramped up considerably in our country to increase the share of green energy and meet our global commitments. While our core strength remains the pressurized heavy water reactors technology, in which we are the leaders, we cannot take rest because technology is an ever-evolving process, and it is from young scientists and technologists like you that we look forward to innovate and develop advanced technology such as small and modular reactors, advanced fuel cycles, simulators, etc. for economical, less waste generating, more efficient and safe reactor technology of the future. The opportunities and challenges in this sphere are immense. The multidisciplinary nature of nuclear science also requires parallel research activities across diverse scientific and technological domains. Department of Atomic Energy hosts to R&D not only in the realm of nuclear science and technology, but also in the basic and applied research in biosciences, physics, chemistry, material science, electronics, metallurgy, instrumentation, computer science, robotics, etc. There are therefore numerous avenues for research and innovation which exist in Department of Atomic Energy across multiple domains for all of you. You will also be eligible to further your education by way of higher degrees of the Homi Bhabha National Institute, a constituent unit of Department of Atomic Energy, adding an enriching dimension to your career journey. Dear young graduates, looking into the future, I think that adoption of AI, artificial tools, and venturing into the development of specific AI applications are going to be crucial for accelerating research and innovation. The example of AlphaFold comes to mind, which is an artificial intelligence tool designed to predict the intricate folding patterns of proteins with great accuracy in short time frames, leading to far-reaching benefits in drug discovery and biotechnology. Participation in mega science project is also going to be crucial towards enhancing our knowledge and driving innovation. Department of Atomic Energy involved in several multilateral mega science projects such as ITER, CERN, FAIR, ESS, etc. A Larger Interferometric Gravitational Wave Observatory LIGO, as a part of the worldwide network of gravitational wave detectors, is being established in India with active participation of Department of Atomic Energy in collaboration with other institutions globally. There are plenty of opportunity in these programs for our young scientists. I have always believed in the importance of fundamental research as its fuel for innovation, development and critical thinking, and foster a culture of curiosity and problem solving. It also fits into applied sciences, providing the groundwork for practical applications and solutions to complex problems. I would also like our young graduates to understand the imperatives of using science for socio-economic progress of the nation. Societal application of nuclear and radiation technology in healthcare, agriculture, food preservation, water purification, and urban waste management, etc. have always been on our radar, towards which we have been made immense contributions, and some of them are our core activities and others have arisen as a spin-off benefits. Even as you pursue your scientific goals and objectives, always keep your minds open to the possibility of spin-off societal applications of technology developed. These are opportunities to give something back to the society which supports and sustains our research and development activities. Dear young graduates, as you embark on the next phase of your journey, remember that what you have learned and gained so far in your journey is the foundation upon which you need to build. You have been equipped with knowledge and information, but more importantly, you have been equipped with the ability to learn. adopt, tackle real problems, and generate fruitful outcomes. Your motto should always be to carry out research and development activities which are both excellent and relevant, with undiluted focus and in a sustained and tireless manner. Wishing you the very best in your life and careers. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for such uplifting and insightful words regarding nuclear energy and its role in sustainable development. I am very confident that everyone will have some insights regarding how to succeed in life with flying colors.
बचपन से लेके आज तक जिन्होंने हमारे सफ़र को खुशनुमा बनाया, जिनके प्यार, समर्थन और प्रेरणा ने हमेशा सही मार्ग पर चलने का दिशा निर्देशन किया, उन्हीं माता पिता के नाम अब कुछ पंक्तियाँ। मेरे इंतज़ार में खुली आंखों से बस वही सो सकती है, मेरे दुख में मुझसे ज़्यादा बस वही रो सकती है, माथा चूम के मुकद्दर बदलने का जादू बस उसी को आता है, और बस उसी का हाथ है जो थर्मोमीटर से ज़्यादा करेक्ट टेम्परेचर बताता है। हिसाब लगा कर देख लो, दुनिया के हर रिश्ते में कुछ आधा अधूरा सा निकलेगा। हिसाब लगा कर देख लो, दुनिया के हर रिश्ते में कुछ आधा अधूरा सा निकलेगा। एक माँ का प्यार है जो दूसरों से 9 महीने ज़्यादा निकलेगा।
पर बाप बच्चे का भी रिश्ता बहुत अनोखा है। माँ तो बोल देती है लव यू, पिता बोलते नहीं हैं। तो मैं उसी पिता के लिए 4 पंक्तियाँ पढ़ना चाहूँगा। पिता रोटी है, कपड़ा है, मकान है। पिता नन्हे से परिंदे का बड़ा आसमान है। पिता हैं तो बच्चों के सारे सपने अपने हैं। पिता हैं तो बाजार के सब खिलौने अपने हैं। समंदर की लहरों से लड़ने का जिन्होंने जुनून दिया, ज़मीन से मेहनत कर जिन्होंने आसमान छूने का सुकून दिया। अब मैं चाहूँगा कि हम उन सभी माता पिता जो पर्दे के पीछे रहकर अपना सर्वस्व न्यौछावर करते हैं, एक बार जोरदार तालियों से उनका अभिनंदन।
Most believe that training school would be all about nuclear physics and reactor control and whatnot. But the orientation program also allowed us to live and create fresh memories. Here, we didn't only make friends, but friends for life. Training school exposed us to things which we hadn't experienced before. It allowed us to grow both professionally and personally.
Therefore, we compiled all the activities, memories, and creativity in the form of Karwan, the annual journal of OCES batch. In order to preserve all these priceless memories and demonstrate the talents of our TSO, please allow me to request our chief guest, Sri Shaktikant Das, and all the dignitaries on the dais to officially announce the release of the journal. I also request the team Karwan to come forward for the journal's inauguration. Shashank Pandey, Saurabh Patel, Pavitra Sahu, Kartik Arvind Gajera, Sumer Singh, Namrata Singh, Alok Kumar, JST Mali, Team Karwan. I request Prabjot to bring some copies of Karwan for inauguration.
तो आप जैसे स्क्रीन पर देख सकते हैं कारवा के कुछ झलक। दिनकर जी ने ठीक ही कहा है, सच है विपत्ति जब आती है कायर को ही दहलाती है। सूरमा नहीं विचलित होते, क्षण एक नहीं धीरज खोते। विघ्नों को गले लगाते हैं, कांटों में राह बनाते हैं। है कौन विघ्न ऐसा जग में, टिक सके वीर नर के मग में। खम ठोक ठेलता है जब नर, पर्वत के जाते पांव उखड़। मानव जब जोर लगाता है, पत्थर पानी बन जाता है, पत्थर पानी बन जाता है। जैसा कि आप सभी को विदित हो गया होगा, अब हम कार्यक्रम के विशेष पड़ाव पर हैं। वक्त आ गया है हमारे साथी प्रशिक्षु जिन्होंने अपने लगन, अनुशासन एवं नियमितता से बहुत से सितारों के बीच ध्रुव तारे के समान अपनी अद्वितीय पहचान बनाई है, उन्हें सम्मानित करने का।
To reward their hard work and the excellence they have achieved in this training period, the topper of each discipline is being awarded with a prestigious Homi Bhabha Award, which comprises of a glittering medal and a merit certificate. Thus, we would like to request the Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Shaktikant Das and Dr. A.K. Mohanty to do the honors.
The topper of mechanical engineering is Shri S. Sai Ganesh. He'll be joining BARC Vizag. He believes in the thought that it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently.
इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग में अव्वल हैं श्री अंकुश घोष। He'll be joining RRCAT Indore. He wants to live a life with no regrets, embracing every moment with passion and purpose.
In chemical engineering, the first place is held by Shri Saurav Bhattacharya. He will be joining BRC Trombay. He believes in the fact that to achieve something unique, be unique.
सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में प्रथम हैं श्री हिमांशु मिल्कानी। He'll be joining RRCAT Indore. He thinks that the secret weapon of champions is hard work in silence.
From chemistry, we have Sri Santosh Kumar Sahu. His posting is in BRC Trombay. He believes in the ideology of APJ Abdul Kalam sir, that if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun.
Instrumentation engineering was topped by Shri Karthik Arvind Gajera. He'll be posted in RRCAT Indore. His interests are speed cubing, photography, and sketching.
The radiological safety and environmental science was topped by Shri Alok Kumar. He'll be joining ARB Mumbai. His dream is to make India a pioneer in the field of nuclear science and technology.
The topper in electronics engineering is Shri Anand Kumar. He'll be joining RRCAT Indore. He believes in what Swami Vivekanand ji said, arise, awake and stop not until the goal is reached.
Palli Chaitanya Sai Sri Krishna is the topper in metallurgy. He'll be joining BARC Trombay. He believes in that every day do something that will inch you closer to a better tomorrow.
Shri Saurabh Duwari is the topper in physics. He'll be joining BCC Kolkata, and he's also the overall topper of OCES-2022 batch. He thinks that failure is just a milestone on the road to success, so never give up.
कहते हैं तोड़ना है हर पिंजरा, मेरी उड़ान अभी बाकी है, मंजिलें ज़मीं भर नहीं, आसमान अभी बाकी है। वक्त आ गया है हम सभी प्रशिक्षुओं को उनके प्रयासों के लिए उपलब्धियों से गढ़े हुए दीक्षांत प्रमाण पत्रों से सम्मानित करने का। इस प्रमाण पत्र के माध्यम से हम उन्हें उनके दृढ़ संकल्प, अध्ययन के प्रति लगाव और परिश्रम के लिए सराहेंगे।
For this proud moment, I would like to request respected Chief Guest Shri Shaktikant Das and Chairman Dr. A.K. Mohanty to graciously present the graduation certificates to the trainees. Firstly, I would like to call the trainee scientific officers from Mechanical Engineering. Shri Akash Rajesh.
श्री बोधिसत्व बणिक।
Shri Gautam Kumar.
श्री मनन गुलाटी।
Shri Mayuresh Vaman Patwardhan.
श्री मिलन सिंह दलीप सिंह धामू।
Shri Neel Ramchandra Sailor.
श्री निसर्ग बाखरे।
कुमारी प्रभजोत कौर भाटिया।
श्री प्रतीक कुमार कन्हैयालाल पटेल।
Shri Pulkit Sharma.
श्री रवीन लाठर,
श्री रविंद्र कुमार यादव,
श्री सब्बावरप्पू साई गणेश,
श्री संयम सिंघई,
श्री शशांक पांडे,
श्री श्लोक कीर्ति लड्ढा,
श्री शुभम पांडुरंग शिंदे,
श्री शुभम वीरेंद्र जायसवाल,
केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग से मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा, क्षमा करिए, मैकेनिकल में हम बुलाना चाहेंगे श्री सौरभ पटेल,
श्री सुब्रमणी एसएन,
श्री सुमेर सिंह चौधरी,
श्री सुरेश हुड्डा,
श्री वैभव वशिष्ठ,
श्री सुले ब्रह्मभट्ट, एनटीपीसी एग्जीक्यूटिव,
श्री उदित नारायण शर्मा, एनटीपीसी एग्जीक्यूटिव, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग से मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा श्री अग्नि शेखर,
श्री धैर्यधर अभिमन्यु भिलावे,
श्री मोहम्मद आमिर,
श्री आकाश बाजीराव गजबीये, श्री राकेश बाजीराव गजबीये,
श्री सौम्यजीत मुखर्जी,
श्री सौरभ भट्टाचार्य,
श्री शिवम नेगी,
श्री विवेक चौधरी,
श्री दुसा हरीश फ्रॉम ECIL केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग,
we have TSOs from Civil Engineering, Shri Bhaskar Rokana.
Shri Himanshu Melkani.
Shri Kaushal Kumar Jangir.
Shri Rahul Kumar Shukla.
Shri Shreyanshu Dhar Dwivedi.
Shri Shubham Shubhashish Baral.
Shri Swatantra Singh Chauhan.
Coming to metallurgy, we would like to call Shri Abhijit Dadaria.
Shri Deepak Patel.
Shri Komula Satvik.
Shri Palli Chaitanya Sai Shri Krishna.
From electrical engineering, we have Shri Ankush Ghosh.
Shri Ayush Jain.
Shri Bodapu Parmesh.
Shri Devashish Gautam.
Srimati Gayatri Suru.
Shri Sanjay Kumar.
Shri Shreyans Bhardwaj.
Shri Rohit Goyal, NTPC Executive.
Shri Sumit Dasmana. For that, I request Udit Narayan Sharma to collect this certificate.
Next, we have TSOs from Instrumentation Engineering, Shri Atmik Verma.
Shri Harish Dohan.
Shri Hemant Rao.
Shri Kartik Arvind Gajera.
Shri Upendra Kumar.
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग से मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा श्री आनंद कुमार।
कुमारी नम्रता सिंह।
श्री प्रीतम पाणिग्राही।
श्री शुभम कावड़े।
श्री शुभम पाल।
श्री सुमित हालदार। Coming to computer science, we would like to call Shri P. Deepak Raj. On the behalf of Deepak, I would like to request Prabjot to collect his certificate.
Shri Avik Sarkar from ECIL. Unfortunately, he is also couldn't join us, so I again request Prabjot to collect his certificate.
फिजिक्स डिसिप्लिन से मैं बुलाना चाहूँगी श्री मोहम्मद आसिफ आज़ाद।
कुमारी मुस्कान खन्ना।
कुमारी नेहा गुप्ता।
श्री नीलाद्री घोड़ुई।
श्री पवित्रा साहू।
श्री ऋषु कुमार।
कुमारी शायनी मित्रा।
श्री सौरभ द्वारी।
श्री सूरज कुमार।
Next, we have TSOs from chemistry discipline. Shri Alok Mahato.
श्री चिन्मय राउतराय।
कुमारी पूर्वाली दास।
श्री संतोष कुमार साहू।
श्री सोरासिस विश्वास।
Shri Vatsal Trivedi. Coming to RSES, we would like to call Shri Alok Kumar.
Kumari Anmol Batra. Kumari Anshi. Unfortunately, she also not here, so I request Fule to collect his certificate. And next is Shri Chanchal Kumar Fule.
Kumari Jeshti Mali.
Kumari Mahua Pal.
Shri Sandeep Pakira.
Kumari Sudeshna Goswami.
Kumari Suman Chaudhary.
Shri Varun.
हृदयों में आंदोलन विशाल, हाथों में थाम कल की मशाल, हम वीर पराक्रमी महाबली, हम भारत माँ के नौनिहाल। अब हम जिन्हें बुलाने जा रहे हैं, उन्होंने न केवल न्यूक्लियर साइंस और इंजीनियरिंग में कुशलता प्राप्त की है, बल्कि वे सही मायनों में भारत माँ के सच्चे सपूत हैं। मंच पर आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर अविनाश नायक, ट्रेनी डिफेंस ऑफिसर मैकेनिकल।
Lieutenant Commander Elvin Matthew, TDO Mechanical.
Lieutenant Commander Hitler Ramesh, TDO Mechanical.
Lieutenant Commander Ullas Vijay Kumar, TDO Mechanical.
Lieutenant Commander Abhishek Sharma, TDO Electrical.
Lieutenant Commander Rashpal Singh, TDO Electrical.
Lieutenant Commander Lokendra Singh, TDO RSES.
Thank you so much, sir. I request you all to take please your seats. Now, for introducing our respected chief guest, Sri Shaktikant Das, we kindly request Prabjot Kaur to come forward and provide a concise introduction.
Thank you, Kaushal and Preetham. Heartfelt greetings to one and all present over here. I'm honored to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today, Shri Shaktikant Das. Shri Shaktikant Das is the 25th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. He has a long and distinguished career in public service. Prior to becoming the Governor RBI, he has held several positions in the Indian government, including Secretary Economic Affairs and Revenue Secretary in the Ministry of Finance. He is highly respected for his expertise in macroeconomic policies, financial sector reforms, and public finance. Shri Shaktikant Das acquired his post-graduation degree from St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi. He completed Advanced Financial Management Academic Program from IIM Bangalore. He was then awarded Doctorate in Literature by Utkal University in 2021. Shri Das started his career as a lecturer in the University of Delhi. Later, he was selected for the Indian Administrative Services IAS in 1980. Shri Das possesses a unique combination of experience in both policy formulation and implementation at the highest levels of state and central governments. While holding the positions of Revenue Secretary and Economic Affairs Secretary, he played important roles in conceptualization and formulation of key policies in the areas of economic reforms, fiscal and monetary policy, financial markets, and investment policy. It was under the stewardship of Shri Das that a modern bankruptcy legislation, namely the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code (IBC), a legislative framework for resolution of stressed assets, was put in place. As Revenue Secretary, he played a key role in taking forward India's agenda of introducing a nationwide Goods and Services Tax (GST), which replaced a plethora of more than 20 taxes levied by central and state governments. He also served as a director in the Central Board of RBI, rendering advice in the areas of central banking. He was also on the Board of Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, the regulator for capital markets. In the Tamil Nadu government, he has shouldered various responsibilities as the Principal Secretary Industries, Special Commissioner Revenue, Secretary Commercial Taxes, Commissioner of Tourism, Managing Director of Tamil Nadu Newsprint and Papers Limited, TNPL, District Magistrate, and Collector of Dindigul District. Shri Das also had a stint with Mahindra Industrial Park Limited, Mahindra World City, on deputation to a private sector company. Shri Das has also served as India's alternate governor in the World Bank, Asian Development Bank, New Development Bank, and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. He has represented India in international fora such as the IMF, G20, BRICS, SAARC, etc. After demitting office in Government of India in May 2017, Shri Das was appointed as member 15th Finance Commission and as G20 Sherpa of India in November 2017. Shri Das assumed charge as the 25th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India in December 12, 2018. Shri Das was recently conferred with the Central Bank Governor of the Year Award by Central Banking Publication of UK. He was also conferred the Central Banker of the Year Asia Pacific 2020 Award by the London-based magazine The Banker. As Governor of Reserve Bank of India, he has spearheaded a series of measures taken by the Reserve Bank to support growth and strengthen financial stability in the country. Since the onset of COVID-19 pandemic, he has steered the Reserve Bank's response through several conventional, unconventional, and innovative policy measures spanning monetary policy, liquidity conditions, and regulatory policies to preserve financial stability while mitigating the adverse effects of the pandemic on the economy. Shri Shaktikant Das is also a polyglot and fluent in several languages, including Odia, Tamil, Hindi, and English, among others. So, without any further ado, I kindly invite Governor Shri Das to grace the stage and enlighten us with his invaluable thoughts. Please, sir.
Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohanty, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission and Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, Dr. S. Adhikari, Dr. A.K. Dureja, Dr. A.K. Singh, Shri R.K. Sinha, former Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission, distinguished members of the faculty, scientists and engineers of the Department of Atomic Energy and the BARC, graduate trainees and their parents, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed deeply honored and privileged to be here this afternoon to participate in this great event, which, as one of the the team, which is one of the graduates pointed out, marks your transition from what you call TSO to SO. And of course, some of you I notice are from the Defense Forces, from the Indian Navy, from NTPC, from ECIL. So at the outset, I would like to congratulate the trainee scientific officers and all the other officers from various organizations, including Defense, for successfully completing the one-year orientation course for engineering graduates and science postgraduates program, what you call OCES of the BARC Training School, Mumbai. The OCES program of BARC is indeed a unique academic cum training program. It blends academics, experimental work, and project work in a holistic manner. It prepares the young engineers and graduates and science postgraduates for the challenges and rigors of working in the nuclear sector. Today's graduating officers would carry forward the ongoing program of the Department of Atomic Energy and will also be part of the future exercises to conceptualize new programs in times to come. They would also raise the bar of excellence in all aspects of the department's work to greater heights. The professionals trained at the BARC Training School form the backbone of the nuclear power program of the country. They would provide leadership in this critical sector of India in the future years. The transition from training to a professional life involves big expectations and responsibilities. There are unspoken nuances and social norms which can be challenging at times. This graduation function marks a successful transition for trainee scientific officers to embark upon an exciting career with the Department of Atomic Energy. What I today propose to do is to basically talk about three aspects, and I shall try and be brief. The first aspect I would like to touch upon is relating to harnessing the power of technology and research for growth and economic development of our country. The second aspect I will very briefly again touch upon all that the Reserve Bank of India does and the Indian economy as to where it stands today. And finally, a few words of advice, or perhaps I should say suggestions, to those who are graduating today and embarking on this great journey. So first, let me focus on the efforts and the importance of harnessing the power of technology and research for growth and economic development. As you would be aware, India has emerged resilient in the post-COVID period and is widely believed globally to remain as the fastest growing major economy in the world. And this is powered by India's sound macroeconomic policy setting and innate growth potential. For India to become an advanced economy in 2047, which is a desirable national goal and an aspiration of all of us, it's necessary that technology and research need to play a very prominent role along with other determinants of growth. Premier national institutions like the BARC have played a pivotal role in India's impressive technological advances over the years. It is time now to aspire even for greater goals, greater heights, recognizing that frontier technologies are advancing at a fast pace globally, and these advancements in technology, they offer immense new growth opportunities for our country. In this context, while much of the attention these days has been on artificial intelligence and carbon capture and storage, these days has been on artificial intelligence and green transition consisting of renewable energy, EVs, green hydrogen and carbon capture and storage. The scope of harnessing the power of technology and research is widening and encompasses all key economic sectors of the country, all sectors of our economy. There is a significant gap between the advanced economies and the emerging market economies, that is countries like India, Brazil, and other countries which are classified as emerging market economies. There's a big difference between advanced economies and the emerging market economies in terms of innovations, patents, adoption of frontier technologies, and knowledge generation. Due to the rising barriers to technology diffusion, trade, capital flows, and labor mobility, driven partly by geopolitical factors, emerging market economies like India face the challenge of these gaps widening further. It is therefore necessary that research and innovation get prioritized and taken forward. Essentially, what I am trying to say is that there were always barriers to access to technology, access to access to innovations. But the recent geopolitical crisis, and just before that, the COVID-related supply chain bottlenecks that the entire world encountered. Because of that, today, free flow of technology, free flow of knowledge, free flow of labor, free flow of goods and services has become a problem, and there are now national barriers. And this is something which I think it is expected that it is going to last for quite some time. In this environment, it is very essential that individual countries develop their own capabilities. While it is essential to recognize and capitalize on the benefits of globalization, which we have been doing over the past few decades, but today globalization is facing challenges of forces of deglobalization, again, which this has got accentuated in the post-Ukraine war situation, when new barriers in free flow of goods and services, barriers in trade, barriers in supply chain across countries, barriers to innovation, barriers to access to technology, and barriers to capital flows, they have now come to play an important role. So therefore, I think it is in this context that every country today, whether it is the most advanced economy like the United States, through various legislation, you would be aware, they have now imposed restrictions on movement of their innovation, their technology outside. And that is something which is happening world over, because every country has realized that ultimately in the face of adverse situation, a country has to be equipped on its own and has to depend on its own innate strength to meet the challenges. So in this background, I think innovation, research and development assume a far greater importance than perhaps it ever did earlier. Now, recognizing these emerging challenges, the Government of India has announced, as you would be aware, the National Education Policy, NEP 2020, and it has also circulated, the government has circulated the draft of the fifth National Science, Technology and Innovation Policy, NSTIP, in 2020. And the government has also set up the National Research Foundation very recently to promote research and innovation in the country. The new education policy has rightly noted that despite its critical importance, research and innovation investment in India is only 0.69% of GDP as compared to 2.8% in the United States of America, 4.3% in Israel, and 4.2% in South Korea. This policy emphasized that knowledge creation and research are critical in growing and sustaining a large and vibrant economy like India. The NEP had proposed the establishment of a National Research Foundation, and that is something which has been announced recently and it's been set up. The what you call the the National Science, Technology and Innovation Policy 2020, about which I alluded to earlier, that aims at building a future-looking, all-encompassing, open science framework to provide access to scientific data, information, knowledge and resources to the Indian science, technology and innovation ecosystem. The National Research Foundation will be an apex body to provide high-level strategic direction to research in the country at a total estimated cost of rupees 50,000 crore during the 5-year from 2023 to 2028. Much of the public spending on R&D in India has been so far undertaken by the government-owned research organizations and laboratories, such as the DRDO, the CSIR, and of course, what many of you are doing here. Now, the focus has been often on technological research, as in defense, atomic energy, and space. Going beyond this, and as a leap to the future, research in higher education institutions will now be the focus of the NRF, as is the practice in major advanced economies across the world. This change in approach should help in promoting a research culture in higher education institutions. New technologies offer competitive and new alternatives to achieve sustainable agricultural production, food and nutrition security, environmental sustainability, and food safety, all of which acquire greater importance given India's population size and the climate change induced extreme weather events. I have specifically chosen to mention things like agricultural production, food and nutrition security, environment sustainability, food safety, because suddenly we find these have become greater challenges than we thought, let us say, 5 years ago. Again, due to the geopolitical crisis and the war that started in Europe last year, access to food and ensuring energy security became a big challenge for the entire African continent and several other countries across the world. While in India, availability of food for our people was not a problem, but we faced the problem of high food prices. Again, because there were barriers to movement of cereals, in particular wheat or edible oil and other food products, other food-related commodities. So the international prices went up. So these are the kind of stress situations which today we have to encounter, and in this context, I think the focus of research, and I understand there is a lot of work which is happening here under the aegis of the Department of Atomic Energy in these areas also. So I think this has become very important, and similarly aspects of environment sustainability has also become very important, because climate change has emerged, as all of you know, a big risk for the future generations, and even our own generation will have to focus on it so that we leave behind us a world that is clean, a world that is livable, and a world where our future generations can fulfill their aspirations. Over the past many decades, benefits of atomic energy are being realized across the entire value chain of agricultural commodities at the global level. For instance, atomic energy or radiation is being applied for mutation breeding. This is something which I am sure all of you are aware. For mutation breeding, tracing isotopes for efficient use of inputs such as fertilizer and water, sterile insect techniques to protect crops from insects or pests, food irradiation for improving food safety and to increase the shelf life of the food produces. Nuclear power is an important low-emission source of electricity and contributes to nearly 10% of global electricity generation. In India, renewable energy is critical to achieving the net zero emission transition. Nuclear energy in 2022-23 accounted for 2.8% of total electricity generation in India. Nuclear power must remain among the range of options available to reduce the share of non-fossil fuel in India's energy mix to facilitate the green transition. For a successful green transition, as highlighted in the report on Currency and Finance 22-23 brought out by the Reserve Bank of India, access to technology and mineral resources at an affordable cost will be very critical. Increasing dependence on new technologies used in batteries, solar panels and wind turbines, green hydrogen, carbon capture, utilization and storage, and e-waste management would require higher expenditure on research and development and strategic collaboration. Currently, there is a high degree of concentration in the solar supply chain which needs to be overcome. Now, there are three areas before I move on to the second aspect of what I propose to say today. Now, there are three areas in which I think the current focus of Department of Atomic Energy can produce far-reaching consequences for our country. And these would include, number one, lasers, two, plasma research, and three, exploration, mining, extraction, and utilization of atomic minerals. And a lot of work is going on, and I would like to compliment the Department of Atomic Energy for spearheading and providing the required leadership in this area to our country, which will ensure a safe and secure and a very resilient and strong India. Before I move on to sort of give a few suggestions and words of advice, I think let me just very briefly touch upon what the Reserve Bank of India does and the state of the Indian economy. Now, there are many central banks across the world which primarily deal with monetary policy. Monetary policy would basically consist of very broadly, and explaining in a very basic manner, would broadly consist of fixing interest rates and deciding how much of liquidity should be there in the system, meaning how much of money should be available with the banking sector. Now, many central banks across the world are confined, their functional role is confined to these areas. But the Reserve Bank of India is perhaps among the very few central banks in the world which has got a wide range of responsibilities which spans from monetary policy to regulation and supervision of the banking system, the NBFCs, the management and control and the regulation of the payment system, management of our foreign exchange system, our exchange rate, our country's foreign exchange reserves, dealing with the financial market regulation. And when I say financial market regulation, everything that consists, everything that falls in the financial sector, except perhaps insurance, which is regulated by the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, and the capital markets, stock markets, etc., which is regulated by the SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India. So other than insurance and the capital markets, almost everything in the financial sector is in the purview of the Reserve Bank of India. And since this kind of role is assigned to Reserve Bank of India, together with many developmental roles like financial inclusion or also the recently acquired roles of the Reserve Bank in the area of promoting digital payments, sort of supporting innovation in the payment ecosystem, supporting innovation in the digital space, in the area of fintech, in the area of digital lending. I think the range of responsibilities of such a wide range of responsibilities places Reserve Bank in a unique position among all central banks in the world. And therefore, our role in the context of ensuring robust and sound growth of our economy, of our country, becomes that much more important. And that is a role which we have always attempted to play, whether when the growth slows down or when the economy is faced with new challenges, sudden challenges originating and coming from the pandemic of COVID-19, or the aftermath of the beginning of the war in Ukraine, or last year onwards, the synchronized monetary policy tightening by all central banks, that is increasing interest rates and squeezing liquidity, which had to be undertaken by all central banks. We also undertook similar measures to tackle the problem of inflation. So while doing all this, ensuring a steady growth of our economy has always been at uppermost in our mind. And if you ask me that in this multifarious responsibility of the Reserve Bank of India, what is a single line or a single sentence in which I can describe the role of Reserve Bank of India, it is as follows. It is to ensure financial stability in the country. And when I say financial stability, it means stability of our banking system, stability of the non-banking lending system, stability of our currency, that is the exchange rate, stability of prices, that is management of inflation, keeping it at the target of 4% or around 4%. So therefore, it is to ensure financial stability and overall economic stability of the country. That is the primary role of the Reserve Bank. And we have focused on this with greater attention in the aftermath of the COVID and in the recent turmoil when some banks in the United States failed, when a large bank like the Credit Suisse, which has been, which is a household name in Europe, even that collapsed. In the face of all that, Indian banking system remained stable and resilient thanks to a lot of work which the Reserve Bank along with the banks we undertook in the recent years, supported of course by the government. So today, amidst the global financial market turmoil, amidst slowing economic growth all over the world, as you would be aware, and I am happy to point out that last year India's economy recorded a growth, our GDP recorded a growth of 7.2%, and in the current year we expect, that is the Reserve Bank estimate, is that according to our estimates, our estimate is that the India will record a GDP growth of 6.5% in a world where growth is slowing down. Now, turning to a few suggestions which I would like to give for the consideration of these young and brilliant minds which are today making a transition from, from what I should say, studenthood to a regular career. And of course, the defense officers are already, and the officers from other organizations, maybe it's still a part of your training, but it's a big transition which you are now today taking forward. And I think I have just 4 or 5 points, to be precise, which I would like to mention specifically in the context of the graduates of the, your program, that is all these engineers and all these postgraduates in science. I think the first, and I would highlight 5 points. First, I think it is necessary, and these are basics. I am not going to I am not giving you any Brahma Gyan or anything like that. These are basics. But sometimes in our real life, in our professional life, we tend to forget the basics. It's always important and critical and necessary that we remember the basics and build on that, something which is expected of us. The first is that I think all of you must imbibe the institutional pride of being part of a great organization like a great institution like the Department of Atomic Energy, the BARC, and all the allied institutions in the field of nuclear science and atomic energy. I think it is necessary to imbibe that institutional pride, and as a part of that, to imbibe the organizational culture, ethics, values, and above all, a sense of humility in everything that you do. Now, in any organization, whether it's a research institution, or it's a government department, or it's a central bank like the Reserve Bank, or even in a private company, I think ethics and values are the most important thing, and there has to be a commitment and an organizational pride. By pride, I don't mean arrogance, but a pride that you are part of a great exercise which is contributing to the future of the country in multifarious ways. And always it is necessary to keep at, uppermost in our mind the values and the ethics and the organizational culture of your organization to achieve the highest levels of efficiency and put in your best efforts. The second point, again a basic thing, is that life is all about constant learning. Learning never ends. Wherever you are, whatever point of your career you are, I think learning is a constant process, and there is learning to do at every point of time in our career. And this learning comes not just from books, not just from reading magazines, journals, and keeping abreast of all that is happening all over the world in your area and in your domain, in your related areas and other aspects, but I think it is also learning from each other. It is also sometimes learning from the junior most officer or a junior most functionary in an organization. I have made it a practice wherever I have worked, and particularly in the Reserve Bank of India, in the large meetings, I always encourage the junior most officer, somebody who is sitting in the last row, I always encourage them to speak and what are their thoughts and what are their ideas. Because this is a, learning also, what I'm saying is emerges out of group interaction, out of a synthesis of ideas of many, many persons in the team. And that can be, the seniority in this doesn't matter. So therefore, I think learning has to be a constant process. The third, and again, a very important basic requirement, and that is a principle which I think is key to success of any individual or organization, is that we must have a positive mindset. I think that keenness to make a difference, that keenness to leave a mark in whatever you do, whatever responsibility is assigned to you, I think one has to always try and leave a mark there. For somebody like me, when we join the Indian Administrative Service, we work in various positions. Sometimes you get very high profile assignments, sometimes you get assignments which are not at all high profile and which may be in the so-called hierarchy of importance, although I personally feel there is no hierarchy of importance, but somehow willy-nilly in every organization, formally or informally, there is a hierarchy of importance. I don't know why. Because every function of every organization is equally important. And I can share with you, or with all sense of humility and honesty, that when I worked in some of these so-called non-important positions, which were fairly low in the hierarchy of importance, I think I was able to contribute much more. And in those organizations, you are remembered far longer, and you derive that satisfaction of having left behind something, of having made some difference to the organization and some difference to the way things are. So I think it is very essential to have a positive mindset in whatever work we do. There should not be a situation where you feel that you are operating in the periphery and you are not at the core of any activities. I think that positive mindset is very important. The fourth point is necessity. It's very essential to maintain cordial interpersonal relationship and become a part of a team. The importance of teamwork is very, it's very critical in any organization, be it a corporate entity, a research institution, or in a department. I think that interpersonal relationship at your individual level, maintaining that cordiality with the entire team, willingness to learn from the team, willingness to work as a part of the team are very important. And finally, the fifth point I would like to mention, which is very important, and those of us, I think, in our generation, probably sometimes we have neglected in the past, which I always would like to advise the youngsters, and I do to everyone, please do not neglect your family life. Sometimes in the urge to work, when you have to work hard, when there are tough assignments, when you are working till late hours, when maybe in the younger days, when you are, you work throughout the night. Why younger days? Even now sometimes there are situations where we work till very late hours in the night. Whatever be the situation, I think the family life should never be ignored. And it's very important to give focus to the expectations of your family members, and that is something which is very important to maintain a good family life. And only if you have a good family life, you will be able to produce the maximum and the most optimum that is expected out of you. You can give the best results if you have a happy family life. So with these words, I would like to conclude and wish you all success in your future careers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your impactful words. With utmost confidence, we will incorporate your wise counsel into every endeavor as we strive to serve our nation just as you have. Now, I cordially request Mohanty sir to grace the occasion by presenting a memento as a symbol of appreciation and respect to our honorable chief guest.
Continuing the BRC tradition, I humbly request Mohanty sir to present our esteemed chief guest with specially crafted portrait made by our homegrown artist, Sri Kailas Gharat. And I also request Das sir to sign one replica of the portrait.
This portrait is more than just colors on a canvas. It is a reflection of the respect and admiration we hold for our distinguished guest.
A child, when born, always has his parents beside him for support. And a student, when stuck, has his teachers around him. Similarly, we TSOs had the assistance of primarily one person throughout the duration of our training program, Dr. A.K. Singh, who had helped us wholeheartedly with his excellent team. So now, I would like to request Dr. A.K. Singh to offer a vote of thanks.
And thank you, Kausal. Respected Sri Shaktikant Das, Governor, Reserve Bank of India, and our distinguished chief guest, Dr. A.K. Mohanty, Secretary DAE and Chairman AEC, Dr. S. Adhikari, AD KMG, Dr. A.K. Dureja, Head HRDD, distinguished dignitaries of the dais, relatives of our TSO, dear TSOs, colleagues and friends, a very good afternoon to all of you. The graduation day is an important event in the journey of trainee officers. It marks their transition from a trainee to a scientific officer, just like a caterpillar metamorphing into a butterfly. They acquire the wings of information, knowledge, wisdom, and ideals. These wings will help them explore new opportunities and challenges in the field of nuclear science and technology, thereby fulfilling our motto, atoms in the service of the nation. I, on behalf of HRDD, congratulate all these trainee officers for successfully graduating today and joining the DAE family. Time and again, every graduating batch has accepted that completion of the training has always been an uphill task. We would like to add that journey was never easy for us either. However, we are happy that this year of activity has concluded well in spite of the ups and downs. And for this, we wish to acknowledge the help and support of all those who have contributed to this challenging journey. We express our sincere gratitude to our respected Sri Shaktikant Das for gracing this occasion as a chief guest. Thank you, sir, for the inspiring words of encouragement, wisdom, and advice to our young graduates and DAE family members. I am sure that these words will motivate them to put their best foot forward in the service of the nation. The support and encouragement provided by the top layer of management has been instrumental for the success of the training school program. And we take this opportunity to thank Dr. A.K. Mohanty, Dr. S. Adhikari, Sri K. Jaikumar, Trombay Council members for always being available to guide, support, and encourage us whenever required. The entire ecosystem of support system sustains the training school program, training school committee members for shaping the TS program, question paper committee members for conducting online exams, selection committee members for ensuring the quality of trainees inducted, course coordinators, faculty members from different units of DAE for executing the one-year-long training program. They are backbone of OCS program, and we will always remain indebted to them for their contributions. We are very fortunate to get the best of services from the administrative staff, security, transport and catering, accounts division, computer division, personal division, recruitment section, SIRD, LNCM, medical division, and HBNI, and many more. Help and cooperation has always been forthcoming, starting with the recruitment activity till the graduation function. We gratefully acknowledge each of the individuals for their involvement and rendering their services in a selfless and timely manner year after year. Special thanks are due to BARC Culture Choir led by Sri Praveen Sawant, PRO Sri Dasrath and his team, Dr. Salunke, for organizing this event in a flawless manner. Sri Manoj Singh and his team for their help in auditorium services as well as graduation brochure and Karwa magazine, and Sri Garath for the beautiful portrait presented to the chief guest. We gratefully acknowledge the contributions of all those individuals whose names have not been mentioned due to paucity of time. We sincerely thank them all, one and all. Last but not the least, we would like to thank all parents, relatives present here in the auditorium as well as watching this live. Parents are the first role models, and it is because of them that these TSOs are here today as graduates from this prestigious organization. I sincerely thank Sri Gigi Joseph, Sri Akshat, Sri Surya Pratap Singh, together with Faiz Events for the live streaming of this event. And a very special thanks to our young trainees, Jayasthi, Kausal, Prabhjot, Pritam, and Neha for conducting the stage proceedings in this vibrant manner, and Sai Ganesh, Suman, and Muskan for the backstage support. Finally, on my personal behalf, I wish to express my gratitude to Dr. A.K. Dureja, Head HRDD, for the constant hand-holding whenever required. I would like to thank all my colleagues of HRDD and TSH whose tireless and active involvement and cooperation has been vital in keeping the show going on year after year. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
कहते हैं देश सर्वोपरि राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि. I now request BRC Cultural Choir to lead us for the national anthem. साथ ही साथ आप सभी से निवेदन है, कृपया अपने अपने स्थानों पर खड़े हो जाएं.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. 2 important announcements. Homi Bhabha Medal awardees should accompany our chief guest for an interactive session in the briefing room downstairs, and all others are requested to join us for high tea.
With this, we have reached the end of the program. Thank you so much, everyone.